I am Makulu, the Old One, keeper of our people's stories. I have seen the rise and fall of kings, but none like Shaka. In the land of the Zulu, where the sun scorches the earth and the wind whispers ancient secrets, I witnessed the birth of a legend. This is the tale of Shaka, the boy who would become king, the warrior who would forge a nation from the dust and blood of our land. From his first breath, Shaka was different. Born out of wedlock, he was shunned, a boy with no place among his people. But in his eyes burned a fire that would one day consume us all.
Young one, listen well. True power comes not from strength alone, but from unity and innovation. Watch closely, Shaka. The way of the warrior is not just about strength, but about strategy and adaptability.
These words would shape the destiny of a nation, though none could have known it then. Shaka's path was forged in pain and loneliness. Yet even in his darkest moments, a fierce compassion burned within him.
Leave him. Your strength is not proved by hurting those weaker than you.
In secret, away from judging eyes, Shaka honed his body and mind. He studied the ways of the warrior, dreaming of the day he would prove his worth. He pushed himself beyond the limits of pain, beyond exhaustion. Every scar, every drop of sweat, forging the future king. And then came the day that would change everything.
Watch and see how we can fight as one body, one spirit.
Boy, you will join my army. Your ideas, they could change everything.
Shaka stood at the crossroads of destiny. To accept meant leaving behind all he knew, to step into a world of blood and glory.
My son, the path before you is hard, but you were born for greatness. Go and let the world know your name.
I will make you proud, Mother, I swear it.
And so began the rise of a legend. Shaka, son of Senzangakona, stepped into the annals of history. The horn and the shield would soon echo across the plains, heralding the birth of a nation. You see, with the chieftain's army, Shaka found his purpose. But more than that, he found a brother in arms, a confidant in Mzilikazi.
Your short spear, Shaka, it's changing everything. Our warriors move faster, strike harder. The Iklawa is but a tool, Mzilikazi. It's the man who wields it that matters, and our men are becoming unstoppable.
Shaka and Mzilikazi, two warriors bound by a vision greater than themselves. Together, they would reshape our world, forging a new destiny for the Zulu people. Shaka's mind was like no other. He saw patterns in chaos, strength in unity. The Iklawa was just the beginning of his revolutionary tactics.
We attack like the horns of a bull. Two flanks to encircle, the chest to engage. Move as one, strike as one. This formation will make us unstoppable on the battlefield.
The bullhorn formation. With it, Shaka would conquer nations and forge an empire. But more than that, he was forging a new identity for his people. Blood. So much blood. Each victory came at a cost. Each fallen warrior a price paid for Shaka's dream of unity and power.
Is this the path to unity, through death and conquest? How many more must fall before we achieve our dream? The path to greatness is never easy, my friend. But you do not walk it alone. Our people grow stronger with each victory, and weaker with each loss. We must be careful, Mzilikazi.
Even as war raged, life went on. Our people danced, loved, lived. This was what Shaka fought for. A future for our people. A legacy that would endure beyond the battlefield.
We are no longer separate tribes. We are one people, one nation. We are Zulu. Our strength lies not in our spears, but in our unity. Together we will forge a legacy that will echo through the ages.
And so Shaka became more than a warrior. He became a king, a legend, the father of a nation. But with great power comes great responsibility and greater dangers. But even as he reached the heights of power, shadows gathered. The price of ambition is high, and Shaka would pay it in full. Friends would become enemies, loyalties would be tested, and the very foundation of his rule would be challenged.
The real battle begins now, my friend. We have united our people, but can we keep them united? And we will face it together, my king. Your vision has brought us this far. It will not fail us now.
Shaka's reign had begun. The horn and shield of the Zulu would soon echo across the land, heralding a new era. But with great power comes great danger, and the greatest threats often come from within. The story of Shaka Zulu, the warrior king, was far from over.
Enemies. Enemies everywhere, even here in my own court.
You see, power has a way of changing a man, and Shaka was no exception, but the true enemy was yet to come.
My king! Strange men approach from the east. Their sticks, they kill from afar.
Show me.
I remember that day clearly, the day our world changed forever.
Watch, learn their ways.
In that moment, I saw fear in Shaka's eyes, for the first time since he was a boy.
Attack for the Zulu!
Our bravery was no match for their thundersticks, our shields useless against their metal rain.
What have I done? Traitors, they must have warned the white men. How else could they defeat us so easily? My king, perhaps. Perhaps you're one of them.
Paranoia. It's a poison that eats at the mind. And Shaka was drowning in it.
Leave me. All of you. Leave me.
In that moment, I feared for our people. If Shaka fell, we would all fall with him.
My people. The pale men think they can take our land with their fire sticks, but we are Zulu. Our strength is not in our weapons, but in our hearts, in our unity. We are the horn and the shield, and we will not be broken.
Bayed.
And so, Shaka rose again, the lion of the Zulu, ready to face the storm that was coming. But at what cost? You'll see. You'll see. For the tale of Shaka Zulu was far from over. The final battle. I can still hear the thunder of guns, the clash of shield against bayonet. Courage alone. It is not always enough. The dream of a free Zulu nation began to slip away.
Are you the great King Shaka?
I am Shaka, but greatness lies in our people, young one, in you.
In that moment, I saw Shaka's true legacy. Not just a warrior or king, but a symbol of our people's strength and pride. Shaka's reign was brief, but his impact echoes through the ages. The horn and the shield became emblems of Zulu identity. And so, the story of Shaka lives on. In our songs, our dances, our very blood. For we are the children of Shaka. We are Zulu.